Hey, how you doing? I'm packing up for a little overnighter at a local state park as part of a beginner backpacking video series I've got coming up. And I thought I might as well turn the camera on and show you what I'm taking and how I pack it up. The pack I'm bringing is my Granite Gear Crown2 60. It's a 60-liter pack. I've had this for years and it's been a great pack for me. Now you can't buy the Crown2 anymore, new. They have the Crown 360, which is a very similar pack with some nice upgrades. So first thing I do, I always use a pack liner. This is just a trash compactor bag. Make sure I get everything in here that I want to keep nice and dry. First thing I always pack up is my quilt or sleeping bag. In this case, I'm using my quilt. Now the weather is going to be basically ideal on this trip. It's looking to be, mid 70s for highs and mid 50s for lows. I don't really need a 20-degree quilt, but that's what I have, so I'll use it. Typically I put all my clothes in the footbox of the quilt. So on this trip, again, since it's just an overnighter, just a spare pair of socks and a sleep shirt, my fleece, and well, probably don't need the down booties, but I like to have them just in case. And I always like to bring my puffy. It's nice for sitting around camp in the morning when it's a little cool out and having a second cup of coffee, just to stay nice and warm. Again, it's going to be warm enough. I probably don't need it, and this with the fleece is probably overkill, but you never know. And I'll probably be wearing basically for hiking in just what I have on with shorts. Then I have these Enlightened Equipment Copperfield wind pants that are super light and good again for the morning when it's a little chilly. So I'll throw them in. So take that, I like to compress this up and then shove this down in the bottom of the bag inside the compactor bag. I don't use a stuff sack for my quilt. I like to use the quilt to fill all the bottom corners and empty space down at the bottom. I get that packed in there nice and tight. Now, also in the compactor bag, I want to make sure everything else that I absolutely need to keep dry stays dry. So in this case, it's basically just my electronics bag is the only other thing I really want to make sure I keep dry. And on this trip, I've got my, well, I guess I have my full kit here, but Nitecore NU25 headlamp, battery bank, Zolio. I'm not going to need the Zolio, but I'll take it anyway. And some earbuds. The battery bank that I take is this FlexTail Zero power bank, 10,000 milliamp hour. It's pretty cool because it's got the little cord, the little loop handle is basically the USB-C to USB-C cable. Kind of is all one compact unit. Super handy. Oh, you know what? I thought I lost my old headlamp, so I ordered a new one. So the one I ordered is actually the NU20 Classic, which is basically the NU25 with a few upgrades. And then I'm looking in my electronics bag, and what do I find? My old headlamp. So this is the actual NU25. This is the new NU20. It almost never fails when you lose something. Buy a new one, and the old one will probably show itself before too long. So I guess I've got two Nitecore headlamps now. All right, so like I said, electronics are going to go in the compactor bag. And I'll squeeze that down, get as much air out of there as I can. Twist the top a couple times, and then I tuck that down to seal it. So the next thing that's going to go in is my sleeping pad. This is the Nemo Tensor regular wide. It's a very comfortable pad, something I've upgraded to as I've gotten older here because I value my sleep a little more than I used to. I don't always have it in the stuff sack, but it's in there now, so I'll just pack it up like that. Next thing that'll go in is my food bag. This is a Granite Gear zip sack, 16 liter. It's worked really well for me. In the food bag, I've got my cook set, which is just a 750 mil titanium pot, a lighter, my BRS 3000 stove, and then a 4-ounce fuel can tucked in a bandana. A bandana helps keep things from rattling around too much and absorbs some of that moisture on the bottom in case I forget to take the fuel can out and I get rust on the bottom, which I've done. So that just gets tucked in there. This is just an overnight. I don't have a whole lot for food. A couple packs of oatmeal, 2 wraps and some tuna, some coffee and some drink mix. And my dinner is going to be the Peak Refuel beef stroganoff meal. Peak Refuel puts together some pretty good meals, and I've been pretty happy with most of them. And then I've got my long-handled plastic spoon. And I've also got my food hang kit here. There's no real bear activity at this state park, but I might just hang it just to have some practice. And you know, I tend to be more concerned about the raccoons and other smaller critters than I do about bears. So that'll go in next. I'll sometimes keep some snacks in my hip belt pocket, but I'm only hiking in about 4 or 5 miles to the backpacker campsite, so I'm not too concerned about needing to refuel mid-hike. All right, on top of the food, then my tent is gonna go. This is the just a Tyvek ground sheet for the tent. Got my Lanshan 1 Pro trekking pole tent in this little stuff sack. So put that in next. Then I have this 1/8 inch closed cell foam pad that I like to put under my sleeping pad just to help protect it a little bit from whatever might poke up through the tent in the middle of the night. Stuff that in there alongside there. That is all that is going to go inside my backpack. So then I'll just roll this down. Cinch that off. Now for the outside of the pack, I have a few things that I like to keep accessible. I usually put my tent stakes down in the mesh pocket at the bottom. Keep them from poking through there. Another thing that I'll put in the mesh pocket is my pee bottle. You know, get to be almost 6 years old. You know what I mean. My first aid kit will go in the mesh pocket too. Just a very basic first aid kit. Some alcohol wipes, some Leuco tape, my toothpaste tabs and toothbrush, and some Benadryl and some Imodium, and a little Swiss Army pocket knife. Mosquitoes have pretty much died down here for the most part in the upper Midwest, but I'll still bring along some picaridin insect repellent. My poop kit, trowel, toilet paper, and some hand sanitizer. I use this little closed cell foam pad to sit and kneel on. It's great to put in the door of my tent so I can kind of kneel on that while I'm getting in and out of my tent. That can go in a side pocket. This is my water treatment kit. It's a state park, so I really shouldn't need to filter the water, but I'll bring this along just to have it. Platypus QuickDraw and a CNOC Vecto 2-liter bag. I've used this system for quite a while and it works really well. I'll tuck that in the side pocket too. I always like to keep my rain jacket handy. This is just a cheap Frog Togs rain jacket that's just about ready to be replaced. It's getting torn up and beat up, but no rain in the forecast, but you never know. I'll just tuck that down in that mesh pocket too. That's one thing with this Granite Gear, it's got a pretty nice sized mesh pocket on here. You can get a lot of stuff in there. As far as water carrying capacity, I have this CNOC 1-liter reusable water bottle. That'll go in this shoulder strap pocket. I think I got this from Chicken Tramper. They make a lot of cool gear. That fits there, and then this is just a 1 liter soda bottle that I'll fill up with water for a little extra capacity. Tuck that in my other side pocket. And then I've got my trekking poles. Since I have a trekking pole tent, I need at least one of these, but I like to use them. You know, the older I get, the more I like to have these trekking poles with me. They're good for providing a little extra stability on tricky downhills or uphills, and they take a little pressure off the old knees. I won't actually pack these, they'll just go in the car next to my pack. The Granite Gear pack has some pretty nice sized hip belt pockets. Really, I don't really have anything to go in there, but that's all right. All right, so that's basically it, what I'm packing for an overnighter at a local state park. You know, just for the heck of it, I brought my little luggage scale out. We're gonna get a weight on this. Let's see here. So this is sitting right at 15.8 pounds. So 15.82, 15.8 pounds, you know, call it 16. I'm pretty happy with that just for an overnight. On a longer trip, the things that would add some more weight, maybe a little bit of extra clothing, and obviously the food is going to add up. But as far as you know, an all-in weight, you know, minus the water, I'm pretty happy with that. My all-in weight on longer trips is usually in the 25-pound range, so that makes sense to me that this is around 15, 16 pounds. So that's basically it. Nothing terribly complicated, just a quick little packing video. If you've got any questions about any of my gear or how I pack it or why I pack it, please let me know in the comments. I'll put links to my packing list and most of my gear in the description, so feel free to check that stuff out. Thanks for watching.